The South African Police Service's top brass is in Mpumalanga today after the fatal shooting of a German tourist on Monday afternoon. Police Minister Aviwe Mtila and the National Police Commissioner Fani Masimula have got a full brief on the murder investigation from the local authorities. Reports suggest that the tourist was shot and killed while traveling to the Kruger National Park with a group of people. In fact, there were 3 other German tourists in the same vehicle at the time. Police have also been briefed about other crimes targeting tourists, as Monday's shooting is the latest attack on this particular stretch of road leading to Mdluli Safari Lodge. My colleague, that's our reporter Aviwe Mtila, is on the ground in White River in Mpumalanga and joins us now for the latest. Good afternoon, Aviwe. Thank you very much for joining us here on Today. Are police making any progress? Is there any update at all about them getting closer to nabbing the suspects in this case?
Good afternoon, Bradan. And what we've heard from the Police Minister Aviwe Mtila is that there are 3 people of interest. When I put it quite pointedly as to exactly what this means, do they have any evidence? Will they make any arrests soon? I was told that, in fact, normally the people of interest are then turned into suspects and then arrests are effected. But at this stage, no arrests have been made in this incident. Tragic incident that took place at about 4:30 on Monday morning, where the tourists, 4 German tourists, were in their van making their way to Mdluli Safari Lodge, where they were to check in and spend the next 3 days there as part of their tour to South Africa. But of course, this incident happening in front of the Heroes Academy, where then these perpetrators, we do understand 2 men, just came out of their van and then shot 1 bullet that then would take the life of this German tourist. But when we spoke to the police minister a bit earlier on, this is what he had to say in terms of where they are in effecting arrests. Let's take a listen to Police Minister Aviwe Mtila.
As we stand here, we have 3 people of interest on this one. They are not arrested, they are people of interest, though they're in the hands of the police. We are working to find out how far have we gone with them. So we believe that we will be able to crack the case very, very soon, since the police have done the job and they believe that they're not very far in cracking this case.
Okay, many people have been wondering if this was an isolated incident. What do you know, Aviwe?
Sadly, it wasn't, Bradan. I actually spoke to the Heroes Academy director, who was an eyewitness there, saying that this is only one of 4 similar incidents that have happened right in front of the academy, which houses both the primary and the high school. If you speak to the police minister, he'll tell you that there have been 11 similar incidents. While there have been no fatalities in the previous incidences, they have effected 2 arrests in those incidents. In fact, I went on to speak to the owner of Mdluli Safari Lodge, where these 4 tourists were booked in. He went on to say how the impact has been felt when it comes to the international tourists fearing what happens in and around Mpumalanga and the tourism sector in itself. But I wanted to take a listen to the police minister once more as he speaks of the previous incidents that have actually happened in this area alone in this year.
It's a sad situation. It does look like we have a problem here. I've been given about 11 cases of the robbery. Fortunately, there have been no murder on those national foreign tourists. 11. We have not done very well with the arrest. 2 arrests have been done on those 11 incidents.
Okay, Aviwe, as we conclude, I mean, we are hearing from the police what's happening, the minister explaining, and the persons of interest that they are looking for. But I mean, these are tourists, and Mpumalanga is a beautiful part of South Africa, not just about the Kruger National Park. I wonder if you've got a sense what the tourism industry there is feeling at the moment.
I actually got a word with Chris Skalkbeck, as I mentioned, the owner of Mdluli Safari Lodge, where these 4 German tourists were actually headed. They were going to check in for the next 3 days there, and he is heart shattered by the developments that have happened. But of course, he's saying that they're already feeling the impact of all these robberies that have happened, and they are targeting, of course, tourists specifically. Even the director of Heroes Academy mentioning how these incidents have happened, 4 of them right in front of his school, and in fact targeting the tourists. They're violent in their nature, they're quite brazen, happening in broad daylight. So it's very concerning. Hence now we're hearing the police minister in fact saying that they're going to rope in different stakeholders and they're going to branch together, even asking the community to come in and assist in curbing these attacks that are happening on a regular basis. As we've heard, 11 robberies that have happened just in this year in one area alone.